So the consequences of not applying relaxation for your sprinting and not training yourself to be able to relax for sprinting are huge, and it basically suppresses your whole career. It's that important. And we need to get out of the idea that just generally training, physical training, just getting down the track and just training hard will do the job for you. It won't. And this has time and again been proved with athletes. Athletes constantly train hard and constantly don't get the results they want in their racing. And it's simply the fact that the consequences of not applying relaxation into their training and into their racing. And also the fact that there's plenty of good trainers out there that train well out on the track and get the times. They seem to be going the times, and then the race comes about and their races are slow. And it's simply the case of the consequences of not applying relaxation for sprinting. So how does it do that? How does it not applying relaxation, what the consequences are there? That actually the kind of nuts and bolts about it. Well, when you don't apply relaxation for sprinting, you're tight. That's as simple as that. And when you're tight, the consequences on your flexibility and your strength are massive. And also when you're tight, you're nowhere near your flow state. You're nowhere near your potential. And if you're training yourself to be hard, you're going to be training a lot of your training in tightness because it's going to be uncomfortable. Because you're in fatigue, you need to work harder, and when you actually work harder, you go tight. And that is a habit that you start to instill inside that you put into your racing. And it's one of the big reasons why athletes get injured as well. That overreach of training hard, that overreach of pushing the body too much, too hard, too often inside a short space of time is one of the reasons why they cannot recover and why injury often happens. So relaxation, really, really important to actually get the body to open up in flexibility. When you're tight, you're basically going to have the psoas muscle, which is a very important hip flexor muscle for sprinters, massively important. When stress hits the body and the body's tight, and when you're tight, psoas tightens up, it locks down. And when that happens, that essentially restricts the movement, your knee raise, your knee your stride length basically, and it locks down and it restricts your movement, but it handicaps your glutes as well. Now we all know the glutes are really important for function, for your forward sprinting movement, and if you're handicapping your glutes function and glute strength, then that's going to handicap your stride length, and it's going to handicap your stride frequency as well, because you can't turn over quick enough. So when you're locked down, when you're tight, your psoas is going to be tight, and then if your psoas is tight, the glutes are going to be tight. So let's say if you give yourself a test, if you knee raise upwards, if you raise your knee upwards, and your back arches forward, arches back, or you can't get the knee past 90 degrees, past hip height, you're more than likely got a tight psoas, and that means that your glutes are going to be locked, and the glutes are going to be handicapped, and they're not going to be doing their job. Okay, so that's something you don't need. But if you're relaxed, your psoas is opened up, and you're able to lift your knee higher above hip height, and that opens up your stride, which releases your glutes. So relaxation in flexibility terms is massively important. If you're locked up, again, if you think about what that does for your strength as well, is because if you're locked up psoas and locked up glutes, how can you apply strength? How can you apply power out the blocks if those are locked up? Your stride length and everything is going to be crippled. So flexibility and stride length, basically strength and power, are handicapped. And also your endurance is going to be handicapped as well, because you're going to be using up energy inside your upper body. You're going to be using up energy where you don't need it. It's called parasitic tension, that kind of tension that is kind of draining you and you're not used in the way that you want to be used. You want all the energy to be used in your running sequence, in a running function. Now, if you're tight on your shoulders and your jaw, which a lot of athletes, even the professional ones are, then you're sucking energy out of yourselves. And also, if you imagine if you're tight up here, that again is ruining your stride length and your strength and power. So literally it's a bit of a chicken and egg thing. They all mix together to limit your potential. Now, the other thing is the consequences of not actually being relaxed is also the chance of injury happening, and that goes up. When your stress hits the body, that it's been shown through research that psychological stress actually increases the chance of injury massively. And this is something that you need to get a hold of. Another reason why you want to apply relaxation. And the other final reason is actually you will be nowhere near your flow state, and that's a massive disappointment for athletes. When you're nowhere near your flow state, you're nowhere near your potential. You need to be, a flow state is in link with your relaxed response, where you're in tune with what you're doing and you're in the present moment and you're not limiting yourself in any way. You're confident, you're just at peace, and that is something that you need to attempt every day to get to. Attempt, not try, but attempt, and each day to do it. So in all those ways, to not apply relaxation for sprinting has a massive impact, a detrimental impact on your career. Now, I've got something to help you. I'm very excited about this because it's been months, probably a year in the making, but I've created a program, an online program that you can get access to by clicking the link below. Now, obviously I'm selling it, but at a reasonable price, I think you'll find, actually, considering what's the impact of relaxation is on your body. If you go below, you can actually go and check out the program and what it can do for you. And also, if you actually sign up for my email list, you actually get 20% discount off that program as well. So I'd recommend signing up to my email list, where you get other extra content, exclusive content that I won't be putting on YouTube. But it's something that I guarantee you should be looking at it. What the program gives you is a relaxation sequence that you can apply just before your race, or just after your training as well for recovery, or just every day, that's going to upgrade your performance of your body. It's going to do what I've been talking about. Those consequences of not applying relaxation are going to disappear. Your flexibility is you're going to be able to apply more strength and power. You're going to be able to get closer to your flow state, or into your flow state, and it's going to be a massive importance for you to be able to apply. Now, this relaxation involves certain massage techniques, and you'll be shocked. These massage techniques take seconds, but they can give instant change to the body. And one of the rules, if you do the right thing, the body will respond immediately. That's one of the principles of the sequence I'm showing you. So I take a look at it, because this sequence is simple to apply, and it can put your body into that relaxed state and just upgrade your performance and get you as close as possible to that optimal performance. So click below, get into my email list. You'll get 20% off the program. You get the coupon code in an email, and that's what I've got to say today. But guys, I'm very excited about releasing this program, because I think it's well needed in the athletic track and field community. I think it's really important. Athletes do not, and you probably do not, know how to apply relaxation and what it feels like to feel good when you're sprinting. This program will do it for you. So click below, and I'll see you in the next video.